And let's go ahead and start up now. This will probably be a little bit easier. At the end of the game, all questions will be answered. That's so much game, though. It's fine. The game began with 3,500 point in chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning, it was victim. For last hand, defendant play with all chips on table and lose. The moment loss was decided, descendant grabs bottle from table and... I thought you said he strangled him. Indeed, looking at this picture, it does seem to be a one-sided game. As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow. How many times have I heard these words? I done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor, and now I regret what I done. A common tale, but true. You strangled him with the bottle. Ah, damn. Double dose there. Methinks the judge watches too many old court movies. I think you shouldn't use methinks, Apollo. Mr. Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong. Serious competition. Oh yeah, apparently, I think there's a microphone option where I can just press. Do I say press? I don't even know, like, if it would recognize it. Sorry, I'm like looking at things again. Mic hotkey. Use connected physical microphone, not suitable for TAS. What is TAS? Press? I don't know. I don't know. You know what? We're gonna worry about that later. Press is... Why? Why? Hold it! Oh, you actually have to say hold it. You have to say hold it? I have to but it doesn't understand my microphone. Wait, I did it! What? I don't know what I did! Was I supposed to hold the button, or did I actually have to say hold it? I am so confused. Yeah, we're the yeah, exactly. Are those the usual starting points? Were any special rules used? Tactical assault slimes task, yeah. No, not special, usual game, usual rules. If each man began with 3,500 points, then the total would be, exactly 7,000 points. Good job, Judge, you can math. Please, this isn't calculus, it's not even long division. House chips come in two sizes, small and large, yeah. The one who was winning, was victim. Hold it. Wait. Hold it! I don't know how I got this to work before. It just kind of happened. Like, do I actually just hold it? You just hold... I don't know! Yeah. Oh, wait. Sorry, I did the same one. I thought I did the second one. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it? Hold it! I don't like how long that takes. Are the chips in this photo all the chips that were used? Of course. You're scared. You're lying. Something's fishy with these chips. Should I press harder? Press harder. Apollo Justice 2, press harder. Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips? Explain? What is there to be explained? Objection! I hate his objection. Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips, and not a chip off the old block. Note a motorcycle cop. What are you saying? Thanks. Now that I pressed her, I'd better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars? Or rubles even? Yeah, As I have been saying before, it was a game, not gambling. Hard perhaps for capitalists to understand. Wow! 2 types chip, 100 point chip and 1000 points chip. It is not money, da. Justice. Sir, don't you find her comment interesting? In more ways than one, sir. I'd have it added to her testimony myself. Well, does the defense want the witness to add her testimony? Yeah, add to testimony. Yes, I do think this deserves further scrutiny. Add it to the testimony. Wish I knew where I was going with this. Very well, witness, if you would be so kind. Yeah, I'm gonna add up the chips. Your honor. Okay, just saying. Control config. Vapor. How do I stylus? Stylus. Sorry, everyone. I'm like trying to. Still, I'm just like, why would this? It's not listening to my microphone. Okay, well, whatever. 100 and 1000. Okay, well, it says 3,500 chips, so I'd probably want to start with, let's check. So it said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's already 10,000 points. That's 10,600. That doesn't make any sense. That's not how that... The question is, would I present it on this statement or this statement? Probably, I feel like I present it on this one. No one said... Are you fine? Well, they said that there's only... Well, oh, God. But even if... It's the 30... Well, okay, so it would add up to 7,000 then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so that... Why would the small ones be 1,000? Ah! Okay, so to make more sense, okay. Hold it, you dang lady. Oh, I just have to yell at it. I did it. Mr. Gavin said this testimony is important. To be honest, I have no idea why. Mr. Justice, do the court a favor and think of what you want to say before raising your hand. We're not in kindergarten. Sorry, I'm fine. You better think of something to ask. And quick. The 2 types of chips. Duh. The small ones are 100 and the big one's 1,000. Right? Right, of course. Huh. Don't waste our time. Is that all? Yeah. Great, Mr. Gavin made me stop her, now I'm the one who looks dumb. Oh, Justice, please try not to embarrass me like that. Shut up! Huh, who, me? There's a clear contradiction in the information you have in your hands. What? It's a simple matter of calculation. Go on, try it. We're not in kindergarten after all. Calculation, okay. But she never fucking... Yeah, so it'd be... Because that's not the beginning of the game either, huh? And she didn't fucking help because she was just like, what the fuck? Well, yeah, and then she didn't fucking help me at all. I hate that when they do that, where you're like, you kind of ask a question, and it's like, and I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck do you mean? Because even if that, okay, because... Oh no, at that point, if the big ones... Because, because if the small ones are worth more, obviously, then he would be winning by a lot. So this is where I present it. Fuck you! You sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure? It seems our new attorney is a bit confused. A glance at the picture is enough to tell you who won, if you're not in kindergarten. Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court? Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points? Why, the big ones, of course. Duh. Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up. The totals? Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips. And the combined total values of the chips was 7,000 points. Yes, if my calculations are correct. Let's see, 3 plus 1, 5. They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. If the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the small chips are worth 100, and you add them up, how much is it? Do it yourself. You aren't in kindergarten, are you? 10,600 points. These chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony. But why? How could this be? Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why. Right, there's only one possible way to explain this contradiction. Starting points are wrong, chip count was wrong, both were right. Each man began the game with 3,500 points. If all the chips are indeed shown in this photograph, then there can be only one answer. Well, what is it? The value of the chips was the other way around. Woo! What? Want to know what I think? The small chips are worth 1,000 points, not the big ones. Madness, utter madness. Show me that photograph of the chips again. There's 6 small chips and 10 large chips. Why, that does make 7,000 points when you add them up. Oh. Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself. Wow, patronizing much? Thanks. Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it. But wait! The value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing. Indeed, the victim did have the larger number of chips still. Ah! Exactly. If the small chips are 1,000 points and the large chips are 100, let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table. The victim, Mr. Smith, had 2,900 points and the defendant had 4,100 points. Well now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all. That's impossible! My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning! Man, I'm waiting for all of his hair to just disappear. Now, Miss Orley, you must have known the true value of the chips, since you were there at the scene of the crime. Weren't you? Eek! Order! Order! It appears our defendant has lost his motive, and Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened. We must now ask ourselves whether we can trust the witness's testimony. Excuse me? What is it, Miss Orley? I did not want to be saying this, but actually, you see, See what, Miss Orley? What do we see? In the last hand, there was cheat. It was cheat. Cheat? You don't mean a trick? Wait, or do you mean a scam? They're all the same thing. Yes, there was a cheat in last hand. That is why game ends with chips as they are. Great, just great. First we have lying, now cheating. Well, this case certainly has taken a turn for the interesting. Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand. The final hand, witness testimony. The last hand, both men had full house. With Ashley and Kat. I can't even remember their names. The Olsen twins. Ashley and the other one. Is it Kate or Katie? I don't know. Whatever. That joke is forever lost to the void because I couldn't remember anything. Anyway. There's 4 of each card in deck from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. Wait, did they really? Yeah, that was like way back then. Actually, okay, guys, it's time to look it up. Mary Kate and Ashley. I knew there was more to her name, and I was like, Kate? But Kate sounds weird. So let's look. Full House. American sitcom. When did that come out? Oh, it started in 1987. It's older than I am. That actually makes me feel good, at least. And the woman who plays Wanda is, It's crazy to think. Man. Sorry, we were playing a game and they were just like, Full House. God, everybody there is old. All right, well, we learned that little tidbit. Are you guys happy? You didn't think Phoenix's hand looked like a full house? I mean, yeah. Well, the full house, yeah, that's the thing, actually. Let's look at the court record, because I think there's more than one way to get a full house. But they did say there was cheating. Oh, yeah, because a full house is just 3 and then 2. And obviously 3 sevens would lose to 3 kings. I don't remember poker, but I know full house is up there in terms of, like, it's better than a pair. It might be better than 2 pairs. But... Wait, what's on the floor over there? What's that? What is that down there? Is that a card? Is that a cheat? We'll worry about that in a second. You look at both men's hands, the cheat is more obvious. I don't know. Like, they're all different suits. I'm trying to think. I don't know enough about cards. You hope not. No, well, this is Phoenix Society. Yeah, that's the cheat. The cheat. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. The next moment, game becomes argument, The defendant trick was exposed. He took bottle in his hand. Poor Mr. Smith. What? I didn't see any duplicates. Also, hey, Chub Cheeks, how you doing? Welcome. Sorry. You're green like somebody else, so it ran together, but I hope you're doing well. Is that it? We'll see. Yeah, there were no duplicates from what I saw. Miss Orley, why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? I thought I smelled a cover up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers. Don't say that when this woman is, like, cowering. A full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make, in my experience. That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics. Mr. Gavin? What's a full house? Well, you see, it was an early sitcom. It started in 1987 with Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen and a bunch of other people. There was also a dog. See, now that I looked it up, I could complete that joke the second time around. Lawyers these days, you don't know your poker. Why would I need to know poker? I can't say this bodes well for your case. Or career. Why does that have to do with my career? What? What is this, some kind of secret court poker ring? Justice. You know what the terms 1 pair and 2 pair and 3 of a kind, yes? Yeah, no problem. 2 cards with the same number makes a pair and 3 makes 3 of a kind. Good. Now picture a hand with 1 pair and 1 3 of a kind. Hands. That's a full house. That doesn't sound very easy to make, does it? You can see each player's hand in this photo. Wow, they both have full houses. We forget there's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat. The defense may cross-examine the witness. If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand. Who's ever heard of a professional con man losing when they cheat? Cross-examination, the final hand. Yeah, one of the aces is different, or the 7? Last hand, both men had a full house. Hold it! Hold it, hold it. Objection, hold it. Sometimes it works. I did it, there we go. Sorry, I had to. Wait, one of the 7, I have to, see, that's the thing. Wait, did they zoom in on the cards for me so I could tell? Oh God, it's so blurry. Let me look at the hands again. Spade ace, it always says it. Oh, does it? Shh. So the cards are still there. Well, we'll keep checking. Let's keep. How hard is it to make a full house anyway? It is quite hard, da. Here's the card on the floor. It is making a pair and a 3 of a kind at the same time. I guess that's right. Very difficult to be sure. You can take my word as the poker ahead of courtroom number 3. Very difficult, da, but is not impossible. Okay, full house, hard. It's not a questioning. A waste of time. 4 of each card and deck from ace to king. Hold it! Hold it? Hold it! Yay, I did it! I just have, maybe if I talk too loud, it just like can't understand what I'm saying. 4 of each card, you say? Duh, there's 1 spade, 1 diamond, 1 heart, and 1 club for each card. It is interesting fact that this number 4 comes from the number of seasons. Huh, you don't say. Ah, and did you know that the cards are numbered 1 to 13? And add all the cards together and in a deck and you get 364. A year. Huh, you don't say. Isn't that 1 day short? That's why each deck has 2 jokers. They say the second joker stands for the leap year. Wait, wow, is this, did we just learn something from a game? Boy. Thus, you have a perfect representation of the year, all in a deck of cards. Huh, you don't say. Wow, Apollo, you're just like, wow, we're going to be in this courtroom for a year if it keeps going like this. Amazing. Hold it. Hold. I did it. I can do it, guys. I can use my voice. How was it clear? Duh, well, the defendant, he played a 5th ace. A 5th ace? I still remember both hands very well. No, it doesn't. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 kings. And Mr. Wright's has 2. Obviously, cheating was afoot. Or perhaps I should say, a hand. Your Honor, perhaps this can be added to the testimony without Mr. Payne's jokes. Yeah, it had kings! Yeah, we see. Exactly. So somebody must have changed it afterwards. Very well, the witness will add this detail to her testimony, please. No! No! We're gonna check it again. Those are kings! Those are kings. Objection! Oh, it didn't work. Objection. Objection! There we go. I have to say it kind of quiet. Objection. It appears the witness is mistaken. Mistaken? But my name? Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you just said in your testimony. That's the photo of the chips, is it not? Her gloves don't show. Yeah, exactly. So, she's so small. Well, I don't know. Maybe she'll be like every other woman in this game who turns into a horrible demon when they get angry. Justice. Perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. You mean explain it like he's 5? In other words, use your finger to point out your point. Yes, please point out the contradiction in this photo. Use your fucking brain! Yeah, Dahlia. Oh, goodness, Dahlia. I mean, she was hot, but she was crazy. What particular point contradicts with the witness's testimony? I don't know. That? Take that! Miss Orley, in your testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces, but as you can clearly see, the victim's hand only held 2 aces! Ah! Oh, also April May. April May was, okay, you know, man, if she wasn't so crazy, she'd be a lot more attractive. I mean, she was attractive, but she's crazy. Like, there's like a limit. There's a ceiling of crazy, you know? And these ladies are like completely different people crazy. Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the 3rd ace in question. Never. This game makes you horny. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Sorry, Capcom. It doesn't. But there's always like a strong female character or just attractive female. I mean, like Mia. Come on. Even though she only lasted 1 trial, but still. I mean, and I personally like Franziska. But other people are like, no. And I'm like, but she's cool. Yeah, it's like how Brian David Gilbert asked the question, what if chess made you horny? For Fire Emblem, what if courtrooms made you horny? Phoenix Wright, same thing. Is Apollo because he has horns? Yeah, apparently he has horns. Because Phoenix Wright is just spiky. Well, not anymore. Now he's beanie. Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's this 5th ace? I see cheating, all right, and it's going on right here in this courtroom. She is, but she also has like some times where she's not. Just saying. 2 aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces total. Hardly proof of cheating. Wait, please. It is true. I have seen it. This 5th ace. There was cheating, I swear to you. That's odd. She must be lying, yet she's the most sincere I've seen her all day. You're right to trust your instincts. Mr. Gavin! Well, at least she's not nearly as horrible. Well, I think he also died. Didn't he? Or he just went to prison and then she was like, I'm gonna get you. But sorry, I was thinking. No, he didn't. Oh no, he was just in jail. Darn it, I kind of wish he had though. Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion. Is it time for a recess? What might that be, Mr. Gavin? If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards? The cards? Mr. Payne. Ugh. Yes. The players' hands that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court. Very well, the prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards? Why not both? These cards don't prove cheating was going on, nothing will. Now, which of these hands is more suspicious? Yeah, she said it. He had the third ace, exactly. Traumatic injury from bashing his head on the walls, breakdown. Oh, well, you know. It was the victim's hand that, yeah. The defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards. Very well, Mr. Payne, if you would. Very well. Yeah, those are still 3 kings. Received evidence, victim's hand. I love hands. Well, time's a-wasting. Get to it, Justice. Yes, sir. Is it time to take a closer? Oh, Jesus, it's doing that on its own. Oh, it's examination mode. When examining evidence, be sure to view it from all sides and angles. Try using the dials on the evidence viewer. That should give you a better perspective on the case. Okay, let's do this. One of those cards is gonna be double-sided. I don't want to examine the judge's hands. They're probably, like, really wrinkly. Okay. Whoa! That's blue! Well, what? Your Honor, look at this! One of the victim's cards. The back is a different color. Yeah, now that is some bullshit. That's impossible. But I put that card in Wright's hat. Oh! This bitch is an accomplice. What was that, Miss Orley? No, yet. I was merely said, duh, I have eek. Your Honor, Mr. Gavin, yes? Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker? Yeah, you want to say that again? Did I stutter? To cheat? I'll tell you, one merely needs a friend, a comrade, shall we say. Playing with blue, yeah, exactly. Oh, that boy Phoenix said the blue deck. The dealer. Boom, 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 boom. Wait, so you mean this witness, Miss Orley? She's the cheater. A professional, I'd wager. Nyarg! Please, go into crazy mode. I gotta see. She's gotta be like fucking insane like everybody else. Yeah, this is true. Gavin's the killer. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, it wasn't. Oh, yeah, it was, because he said wreathed in blue. Order, order. Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of her. I mean, of her mistake. Oh, don't take that out of context, please. Bad Capcom. Your Honor, please recall the testimony we just heard. That's impossible. Yeah, Apollo, no. But I put that card in Wright's hand. Ergo, Miss Olga Orley conspired to cheat, not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shady Smith. Oog. Yeah. Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim. What? Wait, you don't mean the defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga Orley? Are you? time for justice! There were 3 people in the room at the time of the incident, and if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, then that means I am! The defense accuses the witness, Miss Olga Orley, of murder. Wait. Apollo. What? Eek! Oh no, the borscht! Where'd it go? Oh, it's okay. The borscht is fine. That's what I'm worried about. Mr. Payne, where is your witness, Miss Olga Orley? It appears she has lost consciousness, Your Honor. Mr. Justice? Your Honor, it seems you presented a new possibility to the court, one suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith. And that means this court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time. I'm sorry, I'm too busy breaking the case. I can't jam out right now. Plus, my music actually isn't too loud, because if it's too loud, it bleeds onto the mic, because I just have 2 speakers next to me, like here. But now you can hear it, like, probably better on my microphone. That bass line, though, very good. This is better. Hey, Dinka, welcome. How are you doing today? It's good to see you. Like a cave, yeah. You hear like that echo. Now, if I turn it up too loud, it'll probably make my my roommates angry, because these are pretty big speakers. But I was like, man, when I listen to music and stuff in my room, I at least want it to sound good. And I didn't want to wear headphones. But yeah, welcome on in. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. It's been pretty good here. Just warm. Let's see. This court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time. What? I did it. I held out. You did it. You should say they got Olga. Wow. Yeah, it's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, if you know what I mean. It'd say take our snow. I think Texas had it. I mean, I'd take it if I wasn't in the middle of a vehicle search, but I don't know. Maybe after I figure out a truck. No, thank you so much. It has been a very good day. And it's always good to see you in here, Dinka. I see no point in prolonging the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries. Don't tell me that was, yep. Of course it was. Mr. Wright! You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet. Not like this. What nonsense is the defendant spewing now? Think. One of the cards had a different colored back. Don't you wonder what it means? What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous! Mr. Payne, you of all people should know. Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous. It's true. I was the defendant, but now I'm the judge, big guy. Yeah, exactly. Well, perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night. Oh, wait. Yeah. As we said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night. That was said before. That's why but he's repeating it anyway. The 2 decks at the club have different colored backs, blue and red. 1 color per deck. Why use different colored backs? We already talked about this. It's to prevent cheating. If we use the same color, the 2 decks might get mixed. You use different colors and they still got mixed up. Yeah, well, it doesn't always happen. Exactly. We used the red deck for the last game. I see, but that's odd. For some reason, I have this impression that you're using blue cards. Yeah, me too. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards. Whatever, in the end, 1 card of the wrong color got into the mix, which means there was cheating. Yes, a card slipped into the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yeah, wreathed in blue. Yet this card raises two serious questions. Apollo? Yes? Let's consider the first question, shall we? Yeah, Kristoff is a forehead. Think, in the last game, when was the card swapped? When? There are three broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder. Well, yeah, thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wright. Of course it was swapped. Oh? It might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne. Or it might not be. Ink! I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. What do you think, when do you think the cards were swapped? I think it might have been during. Because I don't, well. Let's look at the court record. Because that happened then. Well, no, we wouldn't be able to tell because they're talking right there. Would have been noticeable by the other. I mean, that's true. But we also don't know if he's telling us like the whole truth. But yeah. And it's also on top. It's on top of every other card. But that bottle is there. Oh, when the crime took place, yeah. Okay. Well, that is weird. Why would the blue... Oh, so yeah, So she probably dropped like the whole deck. So would it be right before? Oh gosh. The used deck was knocked up. Oh, okay. Oops. Well, I clicked after the murder. Crap. Okay, so it could be either. Okay. What's that? Ridiculous. What's the point of cheating after the hands have been shown? That's silly. Yes, but tell me, how do you swap cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible. And take it from me, son, there's a lot of silly in this world, but very little impossible. Oh, even when the backs of the cards are different color? If you pulled that during the game, you'd be caught in no time. This is true, because the other person would see it. Quite true. That would mean that the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder. Yay, Phoenix! Shut up, you! Okay, this is going past silly and straight on into crazy. I ask again, what's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would do that? Who indeed? That's one of the mysteries before us. Maybe somebody trying to cover up their own murder? There's another? Yes, a simple yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card? Who? The game and murder is done. The victim is dead. Only two remain in the room. Alive, that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, Olga Orley. Okay, so who was it that swapped the red card for the blue? I feel like it. Because they said there was only two people, but I don't know. Sometimes, like, the impossibilities in this. Because Olga would have tried to cheat, she was trying to put that in Phoenix's hand. Oh, God. Brain hurt. Yeah, rude. Full house, yeah, but it has a blue card. Well, yeah, whenever these questions come, it's usually someone else, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking, like it's... Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna, you know what? The worst that can happen is I can take a little bit of damage. Let's try someone else. The one who swapped one of the cards wasn't Mr. Right, of course. And, well, it doesn't seem like it could have been Olga Orly either. What are you suggesting? That's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. As the defense, I think it only makes sense for you to name Miss Orly at this point. Yes, I know, but she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping the wrong color card. And if the card was swapped during the game, it would be obvious. Phoenix, are you okay? Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright? Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking how much fun this all is. What? Fun? How about confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. It's because you're dumb. If the one who swapped the cards wasn't the defendant and it wasn't Miss Orly, then who was it? Yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it? Precisely. I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction. A new direction? We'll find that, indeed, after the murder, someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand, and that someone made 2 critical mistakes. I'm sure you're gonna tell us the first was swapping the wrong color card, because the one who did the swap didn't know 2 colors of cards were being used. The other mistake was the number on the card. Right, the person who replaced the 5th ace with a king. I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a 5th ace after all. All they knew was that the game had been won with a full house. So they picked up a king from the table and swapped it in. But there's only one problem. According to our case record, this person doesn't exist. True, not until now, but you have to admit the possibility of a 4th person. Though it's more than a possibility. There was someone else there that night at the scene of the crime. What? Oh my, this is the first case. It's usually not supposed to take very long. I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials. Ridiculous, Mr. Wright. This trial has proceeded on one central assumption. Namely, that at the time of the incident, there were only 3 people in that room. I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption? The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court. I suppose that is a problem, yes. Court is adjourned for a brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess. Oh no. Oh yeah, well Phoenix, it's usually how it goes. Like you know the perpetrator from the beginning of the first trial, but you gotta figure out how to oust him. Certainly, Your Honor. Very well, the trial will resume in 20 minutes. April 20th, 11:52 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. That was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. Yeah. To suddenly claim there was another person at the scene of the crime like that. I must ask, is it the truth? Well, now, I think you would know the answer to that. Ah, being mysterious, are we? Sadly, I have no time for mysteries. I'd only ask that you leave the defending to your defense in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome. I see you haven't mellowed out one bit, Christoph. Justice. Yes, sir. The judge has summoned me to his chamber, so carry on without me. You did well, Apollo. Can I ask you something? Sure. That locket you wear, is that really yours, Mr. Wright? Ah, you're wondering about the victim's disappearing locket. Here, you can take a look at it. That's a picture of my daughter in there. Ah, she's adorable! I mean, from what I can see from the pixelatedness in there. I'm just surprised to hear you had a daughter. Most people are. Perhaps you'll meet her one of these days. One more question. The one who cheated that night, was it you? What do you think? Huh? You know what happened 7 years ago, what I did. It's not unreasonable for you to think I might cheat. I never, honest, but it is odd that he managed to go undefeated for 7 whole years. Wait. His daughter is 15? Is that what you're telling me? But that would mean that he had a kid when he was like 19. No, 18, because he's 20. What? With who? What? Oh, God. What? But we went 3 whole games with no children. Think harder. What do you mean think harder? Like 15, because he's 33 right now. So yeah. How else can you acquire a child? Oh, by adopting. Or by creating them in a lab. He created her in a lab and he sped up her aging process. That's the obvious one. As soon as he started doing poker, he also got into biology and cloning or something. Yeah, I love lab children, exactly. Want to know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker. This is so far-fetched. I know, honestly. He may have a shitty cell phone, but he could be like crazy into cloning. You see, poker is all about reading your opponent. And that way, it's a lot like a court case. Poker is a lot like well, that would explain why he's so good at poker, because he's super good at law. Figure out what your opponent is thinking, and you win. Hey, whatever happened to your little mystical thingy, bro? Did you give it back? Did you also use that to win at poker? Did you break open people's locked hearts? Well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds. I think not. Wow, Phoenix. Try as they might to conceal it, everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. Their body language can become a valuable source of information. Yeah, the Magatama. There we go. Sorry, I was like, Kodama? No, that's wrong. Yeah, that thingy. You're kidding! That witness, for instance, Miss Orley. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? No. Come on, who noticed that? I noticed, but I thought that was just a part of her tick. Words, habits, twitches, it's all information for the reading. That's the secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me, and now I pass the secret on to you. But I'm not worthy. I mean, there's no way I'll pick up on these signals. Nah, you can do it. You just don't know it yet. What's he talking about? But you will, soon. I almost forgot. One more thing, about this case. You should know, I haven't told the truth to anyone yet. Wow! What? Never once in court, I don't know. She almost dropped the borscht a lot of times. But she probably does it to the customers and they're like, oh no, she's so cute, it's okay. And then she gets bigger tips or something. People are weird. I have my reasons, of course. All shall be revealed. And Apollo, I need you to be there, defending me. I need your power. What power? My, power? I had no idea my cords of steel were that special. Shut up, Apollo. He's not talking about your dumb voice training. It's time. The real trial begins now. Do your best. Okay, I was about to say, like, is it gonna let me save eventually? Save clear. Wait, did we clear the stage? April 20th, 12:14 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. We're back. Court will now reconvene. Okay, there's a spelling error. Let's not worry about that. Has our witness, Ms. Olga Orley, recovered? Yes, Your Honor. Well, she's regained consciousness. Yeah. A new mechanic that's difficult to do? Oh no, I don't like that. Perhaps we can hear her version of the events again? That's the thing. You see, she's quite fatigued. You're looking a bit fatigued yourself, Mr. Payne. Sadly, fatigue is insufficient grounds for refusing to testify or prosecute. The defense would like to request that Miss Orley take the stand. Very well, the witness will take the stand. Perhaps you could repeat your name and profession? Or perhaps you'd rather admit that you're a poor liar and a poorer loser. Not. What the fuck? Is she a pirate? Oh, excuse me. Name's Olga Orley, that's the truth. I'm a pro dealer. People call me Olga Quickfingers Orley. Oh really? Judge, did you really fucking do that? Fucking... Get out of here. How did she get, like, 3 feet taller? Want to know something else? I'm not really Russian. And my last name sounds like, oh, really? You know, I already knew that. There, that's the truth. I hope you're satisfied. Damn. She was as tall as her pants earlier. Witness, you will tell us the court what you were really up to that night. Fine, I'll talk. We had a plan, see? Let me remind you that you're currently under oath. Any further fabrications will have serious consequences. Fine. Like I said, I'm a pro. That guy, Smith, hired me to do what I do best. I was planted at the Borscht Bowl Club several days prior to the night of the game as a waitress. So you were in cahoots with the victim? Not that he needed my help. Smith is a well-known poker player in some circles. Yeah, she did. They're crazy. But winning wasn't the main purpose of this game. It was about destroying a legend, the unbeatable Phoenix Wright. The plan was simple, elegant really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. Whoa, was he just trying to relive some kind of fantasy of touching a man? There's places you can do that without, like, coming up with a convoluted plot, so you could just ask. Whatever. He would then pull out the planted card, and the trap would snap shut. You swapped the cards! Exposed as a cheater and losing on top of it, it would have made a great double play. Yeah, consent is sexy. Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces. Indeed, getting caught red-handed at cheating would cast doubt on all his prior wins. A 7-year legend destroyed by one little card. That was the plan. Oh, really, Orley? How droll. But it appears you made quite the mistake. A mistake? Yeah, I agree the trap was elegant. Yet, what happened to that planted card? Hey, that's right! He's lucky, I'll give him that. You'd have to be to slip free from a trap laid by Olga Quickfingers Orley. Oh, really? Shut up! Somebody get this man out of this courtroom. It's not his anymore. He's not allowed in here. The witness would be much cuter if she dispensed with the evil mastermind shtick. Wow. You should stop judging. You're like 1,000,000 times older than her anyway. Go to sleep. Cute? Who wants to be cute? I'm not cute. I'm bad. You hear me? Bad! When you're through being bad, perhaps you could testify to the court. Okay, we're gonna actually stop this recording.